Let's talk about John Howard.
Oh, yeah.
Coming out
Yes.
about the voice. This is fantastic.
Yes.
John Howard, well worth listening to what he had to say. I mean, he came out this weekend. Basically, I don't want to put words in our former Prime Minister's mouth, but he was basically saying that there are too many questions around the voice. And the fact that you have, and this is so important, and we know this here on this show, how can anybody be seriously proposing the voice when you have powerful Indigenous voices like Jacinta Price, Senator, Rowan Dean and others saying, we're not sure about this. And what John Howard was saying was that the Liberal Party must not be allowed a vote of conscience in the party room, as they were on the Republic, but they must oppose the voice.
Well, Rowan, he said more than that. He said that this is a more consequential vote constitutionally than even the Republic, which tells you just how huge he thinks that is. He says that it is nothing like, and I think this is another really key point, he said it is nothing like the 1967 referendum, which he said, he says people are suspicious of this, and rightly so, because there's not detail, and they're hostile to it, while at the same time with 1967, there was, of course, a great deal of goodwill towards that, because, of course, that wasn't creating this whole bolt-on constitutional arrangement that, by the way, one of the things that I don't think we talk enough about the voices is that there's no endpoint to it. So once gaps are closed, once reconciliation is achieved, this whole thing goes out of business. No, it keeps finding more and more problems. It is a never-ending bureaucracy that is going to be funded forever.
We did talk about
interfering with
We did
government.
talk about it last week, and the point there was once you set up a bureaucracy like this, it is self-sustaining. They never say, OK, job done, shut up shop, all done, yep, everybody's okay
and
now.
The people who work there have an interest against success.
Of course, they have
and the people who work there will be the inner city activists who are completely divorced from the biggest, most consequential issues that the Indigenous community is facing. But John Howard, I think here, was so strong, so clear, and I really hope Peter Dutton and some coalition MPs we talk to on this station that are otherwise very sound, you speak to them and they don't seem to understand the gravity of what this is. They think it's some tokenistic measure. No, it is far more consequential.
At worst, they don't care that it's just another bureaucracy because there are so many.
These are ones.
This is. You're right.
Yeah, and
it's
he
a matter of
said
principle.
There are already substantial arguments against the voice or the race-based referendum, whatever you want to call it, and that is why Peter Dutton has to come out and say something. He cannot just continue to
Rita,
say
he had the opportunity this morning on Sky this morning, and he didn't. I mean, he's got to say, stop all this faffing around. We're looking at the detail. We're looking at the detail. When there is a principle at stake, Peter, you don't need the detail. You got the principle. So, it's not a choice. Nothing that the detail brings out will change the fundamental principle, which is wrong. As Rita says, it's a race-based referendum. Therefore, by definition, it is wrong.